Hello, hello, hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. It's a pleasure serving you. Okay, so right away we're going to give it a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share the video and subscribe. Okay, so we're going to take it home, alright? We're going to make some spaghetti and meatballs. Yes, spaghetti and meatballs. You know, a lot of times we make spaghetti, but we don't take the time to make the meatballs. And it just seems like it's extra work. Not really, because when you bite into that juicy meatball, it's a big difference. And why not bring that difference to your family and your table, okay? All right, so let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Thanks for hanging around, okay? Spaghetti and meatballs. Let's bring it back home. All right. Okay, so I have here about 1.25 pounds of ground beef, 93% lean. And I'm going to cook half spaghetti and half whole grain mixed together. And the reason why I'm doing that is, you know, if you just do all the spaghetti, then it's all a white product, right? So I want to mix some whole grain so I can get some source of fiber in with the spaghetti. So that's my purpose for doing that, okay? Okay, so to the hamburger, we're going to add 1, 2, 3. About 3 tablespoons of milk. If you don't want to add milk to yours, you don't have to. Black pepper. Italian seasoning. Ground garlic, and ground mustard. Okay, so we're going to mix this all together. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands a minute. Okay, so I'm going to add some, I have whole wheat breadcrumbs. Mine is whole wheat seasoned breadcrumbs, but you can add any kind of breadcrumbs you like. You don't have to use whole wheat, but we are going to add breadcrumbs. Okay, I'm going to be using a tablespoon. We're going to be using heaping tablespoons. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to add 2 heaping tablespoons of breadcrumbs. And I'm going to add 3 more tablespoons of milk. 1, 2, 3. So that's a total of 6 tablespoons of milk. And I also have here some cut up onions. Okay? I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 heaping tablespoons of chopped onions. That's what we're looking like so far. Okay, so when you finish mixing, the ground beef should feel nice and soft and not hard and firm, okay? Okay, so now I want to make the meatballs. Okay, so you're just gonna take some some ground beef, like that. Roll it in the palm of your hand. If you feel yours is too soft, you can add a little more breadcrumbs, okay? So there we go. That's how you make meatballs. Just that fast. How about that? So we're gonna continue to do that. If you break off a piece and it's too big, it's bigger than the others, just pull back some. Okay, on the stove I already have boiling water for the spaghetti. Okay, so I'm going to roll the rest of the ground beef up into meatballs, and then I'll bring you back when I get ready to put the spaghetti into the water that's already boiling. In the water I have some olive oil, that's it. Okay? Okay. And I'll be right back. Okay, let me adjust the camera. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so it's been about 12 minutes and I taste the pasta. It's all done. So now I'm going to take the pasta and I'm going to pour it off into this colander, and I'm going to rinse cold water on it until the water comes out clear, and then I'm going to pour that water off, and then I'm going to pour the pasta back in this pot, fill it up with cold water again, and let it sit in the cold water to stop the cooking process. Okay? Okay. So let me do that. Okay. So while we're waiting on our meatballs to cook, I have some crushed tomatoes, what we're going to make our sauce with, okay? We're actually going to use the crushed tomatoes as our sauce. That was a little water I put in there to rinse out the tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to add some black peppers. Some garlic. Make sure you can see. Italian seasoning. Now seasoning is your choice how much or little you use. So we are going to add some grated cheese, but we're going to do that after the sauce heats up. Because if you add it now, it will stick to the bottom of the frying pan or the pot. So we're going to mix this up. Oh, I want to add 2 packs of stevia, which is a sugar substitute. Because you know, sauce is kind of bitter, so you want to give that a little sweetness. So you can add, this is equal to 2 teaspoons. You can add 2 teaspoons of regular sugar or no sugar or honey, whatever one you like, or stevia as I'm using. Okay, now we're going to add this to this pot so we can heat it up. I'm going to put this on the stove, let that heat up. I'm going to put a cover over it because tomato sauce will start popping, and that'll help so that you don't have to clean up the walls and everything. Okay, let's check the temperature of our ground beef and see if they're done. I'm checking it with my thermometer. Okay, we're done. We're actually 156. We're definitely done. Okay, so I'm going to take those out. What helped to make sure that we got to our temperature without a crust ending up on the meatballs is the cover. So when you cover it, it helps lock that heat in and it cooks in the inside out. That's what our meatballs is looking like. How about that, huh? Okay. Okay, we're going to give it a few minutes for our sauce to heat up, and then we're going to put it all together. I'll be back. Okay, so our sauce have heated up. We're going to turn the fire back on, and we're going to add our grated cheese. I have grated cheese blend. You may have grated cheese blend or Parmesan cheese. You can put in whatever amount of cheese you like. That's optional. I probably did about 5 tablespoons full. Running over tablespoons full. Okay, so now that I put the cheese in, I'm going to put that top on so when it starts popping. So let me show you. This is our pasta that have the multigrain and white pasta mixed together. And I just want to say, if you're going to mix them, make sure if you get thin spaghetti, you get the thin multigrain, okay, so that they cook evenly. This is our delicious meatballs. Okay, so we're just waiting on our sauce, and oh, we're boiling. We're done. Let me pour this into a container and I'll show you my presentation. Thank you. Okay guys, here's our presentation. We have our mixed spaghetti, our sauce, and our meatballs. So let me plate that up and show you, okay? Okay guys, here we go. Let me take a taste. You can't even tell that you have multi-grain pasta mixed with the regular pasta. Tastes the same. I love the meatballs and the taste. The onions help keep it nice and moist. And the sauce, I like using crushed tomatoes because it tastes as if you cut the tomatoes up instantly and made them in that way. Overall, I give it an A+. Something old to something new. Just for you. Okay? Alright, give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, check out my links below. Talk to you soon, okay? Much, much, much happiness to you.